So what does it truly mean to be a graceful woman? Well, let's talk about it. If you're new here, I'm Laura, and this is Executive Her. On this channel, I help women elevate their personal brands through modern elegance and also through style. So ladies, when it comes to being graceful women really do embrace certain pillars. They embrace certain habits. The first one is to exude confidence. Now, when it comes to confidence, we hear all the time, fake it until you make it. Pretend to be confident and you will appear to be more confident. Now, I do agree with that principle. However, before you can be truly confident, you really do have to identify why you're not confident. You have to get to the root of the problem. And when it comes to confidence, you may have a level of low self-esteem. Perhaps people in your life have told you that you can't do something, that you're not good at something, or it's impossible, or they've made you feel bad about certain imperfections that you may have. So when it comes to confidence and overall confidence, before you can truly be confident, you have to get to the root of the problem. And there's so many tools out there to help you do that. First, there's therapy. Therapy is a great option to resolve any issues you may have, any past trauma. It's also a great option in terms of just having someone to talk to about certain things. And the beauty of therapy now, you don't even have to leave your home. You can find a good therapist online. You can have virtual sessions. And in some cases, it doesn't have to be overly expensive. So therapy is a great option. Another option when it comes to confidence is to educate yourself. Sometimes the more information you have, the more knowledge you have, you tend to feel more confident. And a great way to do that, of course, is to read. When you read a lot, you learn more things. And now you don't even have to buy a lot of books. If you don't want to collect a lot of books, if you can't afford a lot of books, you can go to the library. The library has been in existence forever almost. And so you can go to the library and take advantage of reading a lot of books, listening to podcasts, watching videos. All of these resources are available to you at your local library, and all you have to pay for is a library card. Also, when it comes to overall confidence and how you build your confidence, well, you can also put yourself out there. Sometimes it is truly a matter of putting yourself out there, not all at once, but just a little at a time. For example, if you're at a conference or if you're at some event, put yourself out there by just introducing yourself. Not having a whole lot of conversation, but introducing yourself. That's putting yourself out there just a little. You start by introducing yourself. Next, you go and introduce yourself and you actually start to have a little bit of conversation. And then you get comfortable with that and you keep progressing little by little. Also, when it comes to confidence, journaling is a great way to help you in terms of building your confidence. Because when you journal, when you put things out and you reduce it to paper, you can go back and look at it. You can remind yourself of things that you shouldn't be thinking or you shouldn't be doing. And you see some of those self-sabotaging things that you're doing or saying to yourself. And again, that reminds you, that triggers you to not continue to do that to yourself. Also, when you go back and look through your journal and you see your overall growth, that helps you to build your confidence. Okay, ladies, so the next pillar is to have poise and grace. So when it comes to having poise and grace, well, women who are very poised, they show up differently. They walk into a room, they exude confidence, but they have that certain je ne sais quoi, that certain thing about them that people are attracted to. And that certain things about them, that mystique quality that people want to know more about. And that is because they are carrying themselves with poise and also with grace. They are able to walk into a room and have stimulating conversation and connect with people. So when it comes to your overall poise, it's how you carry yourself. It's how you walk, it's how you talk, it's how you stand, it's how you communicate, how you have eye contact. It is how you move through the world, how you're carrying yourself. It is connecting to your overall personal brand and showing up authentically as yourself. when it comes to having grace, it is about how you treat people. How you're treating people when you walk into a room or when you're interacting with people and you're having conversation with them. That is having poise and grace, and most graceful women truly do exude not only confidence, but poise as well as grace all the time. Okay, ladies, so next it's about having a timeless style. So we talk a lot about style, how we dress, and what the latest fashion is. But when it comes to having a timeless style, you really want to create or cultivate that timeless style, because graceful women really are women that are timeless. They can look a certain way today, next week, next month, next year, and it doesn't veer too much from how they look, nor can you tell when it was that they took a certain photograph based on what they look like. They exemplify style as opposed to overall fashion and fashion trends. So when you're developing your overall timeless style, you want to create a style that really represents who you are. It represents who you are because that is an opportunity for you to show people who you are through self-expression, how you dress. Now, when it comes to being timeless in terms of dress, most graceful women truly do invest in timeless pieces. And what that means is they're investing in pieces that are more high-end in certain cases. In other words, some of the clothing that you're selecting those natural fibers in terms of fabric, because those are the things that are timeless. They're not going to go out of style, and they're going to last a lot longer. Also, you're investing in neutral colors because neutrals are timeless. You're investing in clothing that fit your body shape and your body type. Also, when it comes to being timeless and having that timeless style, that doesn't mean you can't invest in trends, because you absolutely can. It just means that most of your wardrobe is timeless, and also it expresses who you are as an individual, because we're all different. And when it comes to timeless style, you can incorporate some of the trends into your wardrobe through accessories, through color, through various things, again, where most of your wardrobe isn't those trendy or fashionable things at the moment. It is those things that are going to stand the test of time. You can wear it today, you can wear it tomorrow, and it's still going to look great. The next pillar when it comes to being a graceful woman, well, that is to be humble, to exude humility. Graceful women are very humble. They recognize that, well, the world isn't centered around them. They're a part of the world, but they are not the world. Their achievements are not everything. They are a part of something much bigger, and they're giving to the society because, again, they're humble. They recognize that it's not about being arrogant at all. It truly is about being comfortable with who you are, confident about who you are and what you do and what you bring. But it is also about being humble and recognizing that the gifts that you have, you're grateful for them, and you're also humble in terms of how you treat people. Are you kind to people? Do you have humility when you're out there talking and socializing and moving through the world? So when it comes to being graceful, graceful women really are very humble. They have a level of humility, and it shines through when they're interacting with others. Next, ladies, is graceful women truly do have a cultural awareness. They understand that the world is so big, it's much bigger than their own communities, their own cities, their own states. They recognize that there are so many different people in the world. There are so many different cultures in the world. And when you understand that and when you embrace that, it opens up your mind. You accept people for who they are, and you're more inclusive. And again, when you do that, you move through the world much differently because you start to understand the world. You understand the ecosystem of it's not about just you or the state that you happen to live in if you're in the United States. It's about a world much bigger and how all of us are contributing to the world and how all of our differences make us unique, makes us special. So when it comes to being graceful, there are certain pillars that graceful women embrace. I also did a video on 12 principles of elegant women, because when it comes to grace and elegance, they truly do go hand in hand. I'll link that video here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to add to the conversation, let's do it down below in the comments. Well, I'll see you next time.